what should we do? All the jokes have become the news. Take the black pill they're prescribing you. Game over. Game over. Game over. Game over. There is nothing to say, nothing you can do. The government and media just lie to you. Sit back and laugh, it's overdue. Game over. Game over. Game over. Game over. The host is a cripple, he can't stand gravity or the man. Game over. Game over. Game over. Game over. The show is the chat Johnny doesn't understand. We don't care what he has planned. Game over. Game over. Game over. Game over.
Okay. All right, we're going to do a show. Happy Armistice Day, everyone. Thank you, veterans. Yes, Mr. Q. Let me get a little situated. All right, there. Happy Armistice Day, indeed. Veterans Day, as I'm often one to call it, is the game over, says Ashley Casey. Kind of. Which game? If by the game you mean society, then yeah. It's kind of like the game over, man. Game over. Like we're kind of there. We're like myself, no, but like your intro. Well, the game is over, yeah. The intro really kind of sings out the point about, take the black pill they prescribe. Like there's just cheeky lyrics there. But thank you for joining us. I heard a thing about memberships. Let me know if you guys actually find those. I was trying to look at my thing, and it didn't look like anything had changed. I certainly haven't changed anything. So if you're allowed to be subscribed to being a member of the program, that will change a lot of shit in my world on YouTube. But as far as I know, I'm still not okay with that. I was also checking. I still have a medical misinformation strike for being right about COVID. I want that removed. It's never going to happen. I'm going to bitch about it till the day I die. But it's bullshit. That I was like, the thing they gave me the strike for was playing clips of stuff and saying things that over time proved accurate. It's just annoying me. My bro just got me a e-rig. I'll at least be in a better mood for the collapse. There you go. That sounds like that could be fun. X5 solar flare on the way, kids. Hello, Johnny, says King Kong Dong. St. Caesar, how's it going? Also, happy Veterans Day to your brother. Yes, my brother is a veteran, so I would say it'd be presumptuous to, and I don't have the phone hooked up right now, but yeah, I'm half tempted to be like, hey, dude, happy Veterans Day. This was one of those where I didn't say it on the show, and maybe I should have pointed out to Aaron. I don't know if he's aware. I certainly am. My brother joined the Army National Guard, and he was deployed 3 times to, like, Iraq and Afghanistan. So that whole, like, guardsmen count too, like, yeah, it's not just because the floods or something, buddy. Still, people... St. Caesar, it's not that I'm getting copyrighted for COVID. I got a community content guidelines warning for misinformation that hasn't fallen off after over a year because, again, and I'm pointing this part out, because I said accurate things about COVID. Every branch counts, says King Kong Dong. Well, I just feel like, and I don't know how many servicemen are in Aaron's immediate family, but like I said, I now never having served at all myself, I can say, as a National Guardsman, my brother deployed a lot. Like quite a few times. So it's weird. Weird. Hey guys, for the kitty count, here's Tegra. Tag. I'm sure Al will grace us with his vocal presence in the near future. Obviously, Digger's off today, so we won't have our lady joining us. We got a bunch of fun things to talk about. It's sad she won't be here. That's how censorship works, Johnny. Love you. Thank you, Balls Deep. Thank you. Thank you. Red Scooper over there on Rumble. Good to see you. Howdy. Smoking weed on lunch break. Yeah. Oh. Well, good for you. I myself, fine. How is Al? If you saw Aaron's show at all this morning, Al's vocal. He always gets this way. He gets antsy when he's able to move around better, and maybe it's because it's getting colder down here or something. But yeah, he's very meow, and he's getting around. So he's getting after it one way or another. And like I said, I anticipate he'll make a vocal appearance here later today. Right now, I just have Tegra in my lap who can't decide what the hell she wants to do. Where is Digger? I survived a 6-hour surgery to open veins to my legs. Praise God. First of all, Peggy bro, that is immense. Congratulations to you for surviving that. Secondly, Digger's never here on Tuesdays. When we have Digger on Tuesday, it's a rarity. Either now this has happened once before, and I'll admit this. I'm a bitch, and I'm like, Digger, please help me do the show because it goes so much faster and smoother and more fun with you. And she comes and she goes, all right, yeah, okay, I'll do that. But at first I thought I was like above your head, but no, it's an ass. Oh, you thought that was Ike. Well, the idea is it's supposed to be cartoony. It's supposed to be, now pardon my pun here, cheeky, but fun. Like, we're making a joke. It's a fake sponsorship. Our studio sponsor, Lab Glasses Butt Breathing Classes. When you need to learn how to properly breathe through your butt, you want the best in the business. You don't want some second-rate ass blaster teaching you how to breathe through your anus. No. You want the best in the business, which is Lab Glasses Butt Breathing Classes. Lab Glasses Butt Breathing Classes, they're a breath of fresh ass. Does somebody remember where the buttons were? Because I don't remember. I don't remember the fake. No, could you stop hitting them now? Fuck, man. All right, nice butt, Johnny, says Mr. Q. Those story about those people that thought you were a veteran, but then you said you weren't, so they took back the food they gave you. LOL, always funny. Yeah, I'm not against it. Like, it makes sense. Like, that was something they just saw the wheelchair and assumed. Meh. You know what? No hard feels. As having a brother of a serviceman, yeah, makes sense. It's a funny, I had a chuckle when it happened. I laughed, because one, like, I mean, I'm running pretty thin on the margins here. We might survive on the occasional peanut butter and jelly sandwich for lunch, but we're not eating. And it's just like, so to take the food away wasn't a horrible thing, but well, it did seem like a dick move at the time, like from a cripple, but I get you. Sometimes Digger is in the chats. Yes, Red Scooper, hopefully Digger will be in the chats. Thank your brother for his service. I always feel weird when I say that, but I will definitely do that. Yeah, Digger is sometimes in the chats. She has a couple of different little this is one of her days that she really gets all her ducks in a row around her life and a couple of odd things, like odd jobs for a little scratch. So she's a little busy. She usually is in the chats, though, so maybe we'll see her in the near future. We have an entire show to do, and I thought this would all go a lot longer, and now I'm like burning out. I'm feeling very, very worn out. Smiles a lot for you claimed we had memberships, and I can't find out where they are. It's been frustrating me. So I've been in a weird down mood. Sorry to start with that. Nice butt, doop, caught up. All right, great. So we've got several stories to talk about today. Shit, is this the one that we already did? I'm worried it is. Is this the one about? Yeah, we did that already out of Nunavut. I thought I recognized that link. I don't know how that got in there. All right, anyways, So we have Japan dealing with their bear problem was something we wanted to catch up on. The title of the show today is because of a clip we want to get to eventually about Kamala Harris talking about her presidential campaign. This is one of these things where I don't know who's watching Kamala Harris, but somebody needs to be like, stop doing interviews. Just stop. I said it before. She's not helping herself, and she keeps going on the interviews. It's a little bit of a problem because she opens her mouth and she says things, and those things are recorded, and then we just play them back later. Like, it's not even like you've got to clip it or make it so it fits right. You just literally need to let it. You just have to let it do herself. She'll set herself up for the fall. So we've got all of that going. All three chats running. We are at $10 on the 24th because of all the support we had yesterday. Thank you. So we will keep going with anything we get today and the rest of the week, continuing to knock down that goal. We're just sitting at about 4 days left of a week. Although that's the week of Thanksgiving, though. Do we take time off of Thanksgiving? I don't know. What do you think? Do we take time off of Thanksgiving? Biden is all better now because he went out to eat at a restaurant. Really? Is that the case? I didn't know. Fill some holes. Did not buy. That's all it took this whole time. You're saying for the entire 4 years of his presidency, anyone that had any issues with him, all we had to do was bring this motherfucker to a Denny's? I feel like somebody should have thought of that. Or at the very least tried it. Even if it's just a photo op. And now the cat's back again. Hooray. We love having the cat back again. Johnny, thank you for your cervix. So that Rusty Grammar, thank you for your cervix implies that I have a vagina. I do not have a vagina. I have a very insubstantial penis. All right. So, I mean, I guess which would you rather have, a crevice or a goosebump? I guess you know what? Can only work with the goosebump God gave me. Nice butt, Johnny. Oh, yeah, we cover that. I keep coming down to the bottom of the YouTube chat and I see nice butt, Johnny. And it's one of those, like, I know it's about the ass that's above me, but it's just nice to hear, you know? Nice butt, Johnny. Like, yeah, thank you. I've been sitting on that. So I'm just glad somebody noticed, you know? All right. Anyways, so we've got a bunch of stuff to do for the first hour. One less than I thought. Thankfully, we've got a couple extra things. Digger threw a couple things my way. We got a bunch of fun stuff. And of course, I put it in the first hour because I didn't want to wait. Kamala Harris's newest gaffe is just, again, love her or hate her. If you care about her, ask her to stop doing interviews. I won't be here Thursday or Friday of Thanksgiving, says King Kong Dong. So yeah, I'm definitely taking Thanksgiving Thursday off. Black Friday, it's the kind of thing of like, do we do a show for Black Friday or not? Do people really want to tune in here and hang out Black Friday? And this is the only reason why this is important. No, because I got to know where the weekends, because right now we're on the 24th. And if we make $10 today on any platform, that puts us on the 25th. So we're either ending on the 26th, and that's the end of the week. Yes, Tegra, I love you. I love you, kitty. We're either ending on the 26th, and that's the end of the week, or we've got to come back on the 28th. And then I might do a impromptu thing on Black Friday, and it's like not a funded thing. Like we're not necessarily planning. I don't know where we're landing. Johnny, I have to thank you for your service. Rusty told me to, says King Kong Dong. What do you mean, Rusty? He said cervix. I didn't. Chevy JB, I'll be at work. Fuck yeah, I want a show. On Black Friday, we could probably, like, if we're going to do either, we could do Black Friday. Digger letting Peggy Bro know she's glad for her doing well. Glad you made it through. Slow and steady now. You'll be back to normal soon. Yeah. Yo, girl, down, 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 down. You'll be a woman soon. Does anyone ever listen to old music and think it's just kind of creepy? Like some songs. Anyways, Johnny talking out Canadians one by one. Oh, taking. Why did I say talking? It's hard work. Taking out Canadians one by one. How do you? Oh, does he mean with the shooting? Are you allowed to shoot Canadian geese now? That'd be nice. Oh, and hi kids. Yes, hi Digger. Glad to see you in one or more of the chats. Glad you could join us. Several people very happy that you're here. They've kind of been waiting for you. Teg, are we good? Do you need any more affection? Oh, she sniffs a light. I call her name. She comes over and gets another nuzzle. All right. We have, like I said, the whole first hour shows things to do, and I have a video of so Nancy Pelosi isn't running for Senate in California, but wait until you see who has already declared they want to run for her seat. It's going to be fun. MSO, good to see you. Welcome to the show, sir. Just in time. We're doing the program till 4:30. We're fully funded till November 24th. And I think we're going to neck and twirl. What? The only way to take care of Canadian... Oh. When I read the first and then I went up. Yeah. Really pisses me off when the toe gives Johnny shit for yawning. Sorry, just had to get off my chest. That's fine, RP. I can't control it. I yawned an hour ago. It's an involuntary thing. My body does it. Here's what I think a large factor of it needs to be. I'm kind of sitting in a basement, and I think that really doesn't help. I'm working on not sitting in a basement. It's proven so difficult, I'm going to what some may deem extremes, but fuck it. If, you know what? If the tax law changes are to be believed, if Donald Trump delivers on any of these financial promises of his, I'll be sitting pretty in a couple months. I can probably maybe swing something. Who knows? Anyways, Digger, are you chatting from jail? Says MSO. No. I had to observe Remembrance Day and our veterans first. I don't know before you joined the show. We stopped talking a while ago. You had time for that. The air and light in a basement would make anyone yawn. Probably, RP. I think that might be it. Brian saying hi, Johnny. Good to see you, Brian Sandern. Hang up a picture of a park in sunlight. It'll trick your mind that it's bright out. I can't really show you in an easy way because I'm a cripple and the green screen is heavy. There's an entire Minnesota lake fucking like scenic panorama wallpaper print on the wall behind me. So I just need to maybe look at that more, I guess. Oh, or get this whole moving thing fucking figured out one way or another. I got my email cleaned up. Hold on right there. Sunlight is deadly to dabblers. Wow. Now you're just selling me on it more. I like sunlight. I roll around in it fine. I like sunlight so much I have these glasses so I can face it head on, dead on. Lexi Vaughn, I'm not here. Good to not see you all. Yes, Lexi, we don't see you, and it isn't awesome to see you here, because it is. It is awesome to see you here. But, you know, nobody knows. Aaron wasn't yawning. It would be something else. I don't know. Not too worried about it. Like when he got lost because he thought Johnny was talking about Al when he was actually on the topic. I'm sorry. That's again, like Al was yelling at me and the way he said like, oh God, like his thing actually just coincided. And that's why I thought I was yelling at Al. Because again, Al yowled for a second. It's whatever. In a better situation, maybe whatever. I don't know. Shoulda, coulda, woulda. What are you going to say about it? On the 11 of the 11 at 11 o'clock, 2 minutes silence for the fallen of World War I and World War II. Oh. Well, which 11 do you want? Because I'm 10 minutes late or 9 minutes late. And I'm sorry. I just would like to apologize. Is it my internet or is the stream that's struggling? The stream's reading its KBS is good. And I can check. I don't have any notifications of connection issues. let's go see what Twitch says. Twitch has been saying the bit rate has been pretty consistent at, the 9 it's at. So it might be on your end. 120, 120, 120. I told Digger that I would scream at 220, 220, 220. She's like, right, but when you would do that, it would be 620. And I'm like, no, you don't understand. When it's 420 for you and I scream 220, 220, 220, it's not because I need you to have no, it's the accurate time for my time zone. No, it's just to have to understand how annoying it is when you're like, all right, 420 and someone else, 220, 220, 220. It's weird. Or Digger, just 11, 11, 11, 11, 11, 11. I think it's me. Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's you. Because I'm running smooth on everything. And here, just to help ensure, since we aren't doing any Discord co-hosts today, let's quit the old disc. Let's quit the disc. And there we go. 222. Now Lexi saying 13. I thought you weren't here. I don't use my Beats headphones at work, so I never hear background noise with speaker or earbuds anyhow, nor would I even care. Oh. I got Chevy saying it's your internet. Yeah, I think everybody's on it. It's your internet thing. We seem to be holding down the fort by Christ. Which is good because I don't want to have a show I got to do solo and deal with the internet slugs. I thought we got all of that figured out. Hopefully we did. And especially since we're funded so much through the week, I want to just have a nice mellow show, just chill and do the thing. If we make some money, the PayPals, the Venmos are saved up to everything except Rumble. Let me throw those in Rumble, I believe. Boop, boop. Yep, there we go. And there we are. And let's pin that at the top. And then we'll check those in a little while. If they've had any movement, we'll do indeed say thank you. And then, knock it off of the goal. Because we have the 24th, the 25th, the 26th. We'll take the 27th off, and we will do a Black Friday stream. But I'm going to see if I can come up with some ideas for that. And I don't know if YouTube will. YouTube has been fine for me so far. 4/20/1889 is a good date. I don't know. Oh, I read it out entirely, and then I thought about what that was. Wasn't that the birth date of? Yep, Brian. Picked up on that a little faster than me. I guess I don't. You know what? There's some dates I don't commit to memory. That being one of them. So I didn't know. I did not know. Here's what I'll say. I'll have to disagree with you. I don't know enough about that date to say it was good or bad. Jay Warren, I would say fervently disagree. Don't feel that way. I'm surprised you guys picked that up. I had to search it, says King Kong Dong. Brian even pointing out, why did I know that? Weird. Yeah, it is a little strange that you knew that. That's not good. I don't know that I would be happy about it. Are you just going to screen cotton blowing in the wind for what? I don't even understand what that means, Bad Dazzer. It's about shopping. It's about the stores being in the black or something. I don't actually know what the whole deal with you know what? Fuck it. Let's do a little education right now. Let's go Google what that means, since I am unaware. What is the meaning behind Black Friday? The meaning behind Black Friday has evolved from a negative connotation of the chaos and traffic congestion to the modern association with retailers becoming profitable. So it was about traffic congestion on Thanksgiving or the day after. People ask, what is the true story behind the origin of Black Friday? The term Black Friday originated in two different contexts before its current retail meaning: a financial crash in 1869 and more commonly, Philadelphia police referring to the chaotic post-Thanksgiving shopping crowds in the 1950s. By the 1980s, businesses rebranded the day as a positive shopping event when profits moved into the black, a meaning that has since become widespread. So it was originally about traffic congestion. That's a weird, like 1869. It's a weird time to have a recession. Okay, Tag. Oh, come here. You can join us. Silly little cat. She's not happy unless she's sitting in a lap. So there we go. We should do segments about people stealing crap on Black Friday. Brian, why do you want to do that? Are you going to host it? Do you want to come in as a guest correspondent with your, like, go ahead, gather some clips, send me the links, I'll play them in the order you want, whatever. Like, we'll do a segment of Brian hosting people stealing shit on Black Friday, but you got to get the clips. Good afternoon, Johnny says, fuck you, dude. Good to see you, fuck you, dude. Everybody that's joining on Rumble and Twitch and YouTube, thank you very, very much. We are, we're comfortably ahead, so we're not, like, harping on the goal, but if you want to throw something at any of the platforms, it all counts. We're down to $10 for the 24th of November. The last week of November. After that, we just have, like, I think the 31st, and that's the entire host of November. Brian can host. It could be fun. It'd be interesting. It would be interesting. Hi, Tags. Lexi says hi. Oh, I waited too long to tell her. Lexi says hi. Where are you going? All right, fine. Fine, then F off, you adorable little furry varmint. All right, so we have a whole show to do. We still have gotten a half hour in. This is more my speed of what normally happens. So, the Japanese, I suppose now's as good a time as any to talk about what's going on with the Japanese bears. A quick update. There's been aisle fights for Black Friday, then cap it off with Constanza's story about the birth of Festivus. I don't know what Festivus is. Johnny, remember on this Veterans Day that the United States Marines and the Canadian military were the reason for the Geneva Accords. I did not know that, Mad Max Mardigan. I'm going to have to trust that you're telling me the truth, but thank you. I'm not saying you're not. I have to take it on faith, because anyone could write stuff in here. Somebody wrote some rather unbelievable stuff about somebody they support, where I was like, wow, that's a weird choice. So, it could go any way. Happy Veterans Day. I know you served in the roller wars. No. Japan has bears. Red Scooper, Japan has black bears that apparently have been getting out of control. Japan has black bears that have been getting out of control and murdering people. Multiple maulings by bears. Apparently, Japanese people, I thought they were taller and bigger than that, but apparently they're not enough that they can't get mauled by bears. So not only does Japan have black bears, they have black bears with the biggest ears you've ever seen. They don't look real, but the Japan rate of deaths by bear attack has been increasing. They've had 10 deaths from bear maulings this year alone, and that's apparently skyrocketing by bear attack metrics. So over 100, they've had 10 deaths from bear maulings this year. Attacks skyrocketing over 100. Over 100 people have been mauled by bears over the last year in Japan. The death toll has risen to 12. Oh, dear Lord, 2 more since last. It's been like a week. 2 weeks. It's been like 2 weeks talking about Japan's bear problem. They've had 2 more deaths by black bears. Wow, they are going to be extinct soon. All right, hold on a sec. Let me... $5 from Brian, the Science Nuclear Gaming. 1869, 20 years prior to the H-man birth, 6 times 3, the letters... I can't even read all of it out loud because it's funny, and the joke, like, 6 times 3 letters, again... 2 pennies rubbed together, economic downturn, caused Hitler, Illuminati confirmed. I mean, when you put it like that, it sounds so stark raving plausible. Ha ha ha, nature attacks. Dude, nature in Japan, nature's reclaiming. They realize that the Japanese people are going down, and they're like, let's go after them. So, fuck yeah, Semper Fi. Yeah, the military's going in. They are deploying the Japanese military. The growing bear population's encroachment into residential areas is happening in a region with a rapidly aging and declining human population, with few people trained to hunt the animals. So, soldiers will not use firearms to cull the bears. So what are they going to do to beat the bears? They'll be carrying bear sprays and nets? What the effing hell? The government set up a task force last week to create an official bear response by mid-November. Well, they've barely begun. Bear response. They're going to need the bare necessities. The simple bare necessities. The simple bare necessities of fighting a bear population. Officials are considering bear population surveys, the use of communication devices to issue warnings and revisions to hunting rules. I mean, I feel like if they're hunting people, and you guys have like seafood and vending machines, I wonder where the bears, they're getting crazy from all the salmon in the wind. Samurai pizza bears, says Cesar. Was that ever a thing? Send in the samurai bears. I guess Arch Magnus Tim knows samurai pizza bears. Was that like a Ninja Turtles ripoff? I'm going to look. I've got to see this now. Samurai pizza bears. Samurai Pizza Cats is an anime series. All right, so this was a meme of the anime, so it's vaguely similar. All right, there we go. In today's society, it wouldn't surprise me. What if Samurai Pizza Bears was a thing? I can barely see them, says MSO. If only the citizens had guns, says Phil Smalls. I think they do. Are firearms legal? And I am Googling so much. I'm learning so much today. Thank you. Are firearms legal in Japan? Are firearms... No, firearms are not legal in Japan for the general public. Only shotguns and air guns are permissible for hunters and target shooters under a very strict and complicated licensing process. Handguns and rifles are outlawed for civilians, and possession of a gun or ammunition by civilians is illegal. The country has some of the world's most stringent gun control laws, with a lengthy application process for licensed firearms that includes background checks, mental health evaluations, and regular inspections. Can you own a sword in Japan? Yes, you can own a sword in Japan, but it must be registered as a work of art under the firearms and sword law. Oh, what if you want to use it for protection purposes? All right. Yep, Bearshido. You can open carry a katana. Yeah, but not a gun. I'm gonna say this. That still makes it way better than England. So St. Caesar, you're still behind. Just so you guys are clear. You guys are still behind the 8 ball. You can't have a gun in Japan, but you still can carry a sword capable of decapitating a mofo. Like that's nice. You guys are trying to ban chef's knives having tips. It's the wrong way to go. Just surround the cities with bear traps. I think it's just it's the communities where the population is, again, like those frickin' puppet ghost towns that we were talking about. It's those puppet ghost towns where there's fewer and fewer people. The people there are older and older and more infirm. We just have less people capable of just fighting off or let alone terrorizing a bear, so they don't feel very threatened. They're like, you know what we're going to do? We're just going to start eating mofos. Lab Glass joining us, saying, I am less gay today. Still want to hear Johnny, but a little less. Well, I'm sorry. Thank you for sponsoring the show for the month, the studio sponsor. We have your logo. We did a read earlier. I'll do another one later. Can you buy 1-inch pipe, a nail, and some wood? Says, fuck you, dude. Pretty sure you can. Pretty sure you can. I bet he's saying that that's the creative way you can make a thing. And I don't know. I was really good at taking out bears. You know who's really good at taking out bears? The Minnesota Vikings. I don't know if that's the same. I don't know if that's the same. These are like real bears. Japan went downhill when they banned the samurai. Smiles a lot for you with $2.99. Thank you, Smiles a lot for you. You said the thing about memberships. I don't know where those are. I didn't have those turned on. I've been looking thought I couldn't have them. But thank you for the 2 of those. That puts that there, which means Brian's 5 is now in the bucket because that covers the other part of it. So now we're down to $5 for the 24th. That was very, very nice of you guys. Thank you very much. We're going for another 3 hours, and you just joining us smiles a lot for you. We have a story about Kamala Harris we're going to get to in a bit. We just caught up on the bears in Japan, the black bears in Japan, which I got to pull up a picture of these things. I keep saying this. These don't look like no American black bears. So let's go Japanese bears. Japanese bears. Images. Dude. Open image, a new tab. Was this, oh, this is the wrong thing. I don't want that. I want the image. Open image, a new tab. Open image, a new tab. Like, dude, Japanese bears aren't very big, but they've got, their ears are remarkably large. They just keep having these giant ears, man. They just look so stupid. I don't know why, but I love them. I love Japanese bears. These look adorable. That looks adorable. You look like you're a cat. In fact, I have a cat that looks a lot like that bear. Oh, man, skinny. Yeah, dude, I don't know. Smiles a lot, still doing laundry. They love their bears. Thank you, Smiles a lot. Yes, they love their bears. But what? When am I get? What? When I get my shit together, I will get more money's for it. That's all fine, man. You sent me a message about that, about a membership thing, and I was trying to figure out what you were talking about because I mean, you can subscribe here. I don't think that's a membership. You don't pay money for a subscription. That's just subscribing to the channel. But yeah, so those are the bears. Japanese bears are adorable, but they're murdering their populace to the point where now the Japanese government is going to send in the military, but not with firearms, with bear traps and bear spray. So they're going to get cargo nets and bear spray, and they're just going to what? Stink them out? We're going to pepper spray the bears out of office or out of the towns? I have no idea. But that's the Do we have anything else about it? No. All right. Japanese bear story done. So we have our Kamala Harris piece. We'll get to that in a little bit. We had this video that I had yesterday, and I just kind of want to get through it. The only reason that I'm playing this one and we're talking about this one is it's a Minnesota man, which means it made the news in the areas I was at. So, of course, my local news had to play it because a Minnesota guy went to Ireland to eat ice cream. And win a great way to make us not look like dairy consuming fucks. Don't wake the sleeping bear. I don't know if they is that a Tora joke? I believe we have woken the sleeping dragon, or was it giant? Sleeping giant. I think it was sleeping giant. Is that the quote? Fuck. You know what? It's been way too long since I remember that movie. Yup, when I went to subscribe, it said I could pay for one. Isn't that good for you? Yes, when we have members paying for the show, Paying a membership, that means we'll be moving things up. That's when I found out my account didn't have enough money to pay for a subscription. Well, I'm glad that we can have memberships finally. I guess like that thing that had to fall off, it's been like a year, finally fell off. I don't know. That would be awesome. If we start getting memberships, I'm going to start popping up on the screen. I'm going to lose my itty bitty titties. Thank you very much for that. Go for the ice cream. Stay to fight a little person. What, in Ireland? I mean, don't sell me any harder. I'll definitely go for the ice cream. There's little people? I would love to see little. All right, let's go over here. And I don't know. I don't think there's any little people. I didn't see that in the thumbnail, but
Dunleary, Ireland.
For the love of God, could you look any more like you've been just sitting under a cow drinking for the last 3 years?
Eddie's the home of the 99. Trying to break a world record for the fastest human alive to eat a 6-ounce ice cream cone.
Well, James Clark from Spring Lake Park, Minnesota, was on a pretty sweet mission to beat his 35th world record by eating an ice cream cone in under 24.97 seconds.
Dude, brain freeze, brain freeze, brain freeze. Why would you do this?
The former world record holder ate a 120-gram soft-serve ice cream cone. Well, today, James ate a cone that was a little bigger than that at 130 grams, and it turns out he ate it a little faster, too.
Wow, I can't believe the guy that can't see his feet was able to scarf down an ice cream cone. Holy crap. The worst part is he's from Minnesota. It's because it's reflecting badly on you. See what I don't see a join button, big sad. Yeah, I didn't the subscription thing? I don't know. The woman in purple is just a Walmart away from being a U.S. citizen. MSO, he's from Minnesota, LMFAO. Yes, he's from Minnesota. That's why I found this story, because it was when I was looking, I check the news like locally. We do politics. I check like stuff with celebrities, kind of see what's out there to talk about and have fun with. Lexi Vaughn saying, neither do I, no join button. Yeah. It's got to be something in the water. Or hear me out. They're eating a lot of dairy. Like, I feel like a solid ice cream and butter diet gets you what we call the incredible bulk physique, I guess. I don't know. But he scarfed it for a world record for speed eating ice cream. I mean, I don't know, man. Maybe taste your treat. What's the point of your dessert if you're just going to breathe it in anyway?
Beat his old
And why is Ryan Gosling here? This is perhaps the weirdest part of the whole thing.
mark of 24.97 seconds and became the Guinness World Record holder at 24.72 seconds.
Oh, hooray. The Guinness World Record holder. I can't wait for the asteroid, for 3i Atlas to reach us, and the aliens to debark the asteroid and say, the universe is in danger. We've come to you for help. We need the person who can eat the ice cream cone the fastest. I don't understand what the point is of the ice cream cone. Pet that bear. You can't pet the bear. The bear is bad news. Breaking news. Minnesota man is a glutton. Says, fuck you, dude. This is going to end like the Australian emu wars. Dude, if Japan's military, I'll laugh my ass off. If Japan's military fails to deal with the black bear population with nets and bear spray, get it pumped up your ass, defeat the middleman, says St. Aaron, but then you'll freeze your butthole shut. 2029, Apophis, yay. For what? Like the end of the world? That's a shame. That'd be a horror. Ain't that a shame? So we got what, like 3-4 more years? I'm going to say right now, that's a real shame. that would be a shitty deal. All right, so we got a couple other stories left. We kind of got some political stuff, so might as well get going. We'll do this one first. We're critical of Trump, and then we'll look at who the other person was on the ballot and see how they're doing with life. Firstly, though, I suppose I should pull up the video as opposed to that. Let's go to the source. It always plays better for me if I play it off of Twitter.
Folks,
Trump was on Fox News, and I don't know. You know what? I'm not a big Trump ally, and any of you guys that are can tell me what the win here is. But Trump explaining why we need these 600,000 Chinese students to come to America. It had to be the black bears, says MSO. Right. Well, dude, they don't have any white bears. They don't have any brown bears. All they've got left are the blacks. It's not a planet killer, but will take out California, they say. Ooh. So it won't destroy the world, but it'll destroy California. Interesting. And you're right, Bad Desert. Trump's reason is totally money. Totally money. That's the only reason. What? This cat is like constantly coming up for me for attention. I don't know what her deal is today. Brown bears, black bears, they all look the same, says St. Aaron. Well, I heard it from a Japanese ecologist, so you know it has to be true. He said, and I quote, "Brown bears, black bears, all made in Taiwan." So yeah, I guess they could look very, very similar. Panda, they don't have any pandas, MSO. That's China. And China got weird recently and reclaimed all their pandas. China called all their pandas home because they were tired of spray painting poodles to look like pandas or some shit. Wasn't it some dog? Didn't they take a dog of some kind and try to make it look like a panda and pass that off? And absolutely nobody bought that bullshit. I think something like that. But yeah, MSO. I don't think Japan has any pandas. And in fact, I think all they have left are black bears. If they could get a white bear in and breed them with a black bear, maybe they can make some of their own pandas. But you got to capture a white bear or a polar bear first, you know? Good luck with that. Polar bears have black skin. So what you're saying is they're only white on the outside. Traitors. Oh, I'm sorry. That one was fun for me.
Mushroom dance.
Thank you, Lagless. Everything we make today knocks the goal down. It's on the 24th of November. $5 left, and then we just have like 3 days left in the week other than that to bank out. And it's just the month of November is pretty much done. So why the hell does this cheetah have a collar that reads whiskers? I have no ideas. No idea. All right, let's go to Trump talking about how bringing in 600,000 Chinese students, or maybe not. I don't know. I might get interrupted. Which one was that? That was the tiny. Oh, those are dino hands. They came on upside down, which made them look like worms. I was completely confused. But you did kind of aim them for the goggles if I look straight on. Everybody's smoke alarm working today.
Whoa.
Yeah, I have I kind of have lab glasses approach with that last sticker. What do you mean is everybody's smoke alarm? Why wouldn't your smoke alarm be working today? If it's chirping, you ought to hear it. That's a weird thing. I don't even know why you'd come to me with that. That's incredibly strange. All right, let's go over here. Let's play this. Is that butt breathing classes, says MSO. Yes, MSO. The background I guess doesn't work as well for here too. Maybe I do need to cut it out in white as opposed to black with the lettering. Our studio sponsor is Lab Glasses Butt Breathing Classes. For the next month, our studio is brought to you by Lab Glasses Butt Breathing Classes. When you need to be trained how to properly, safely, healthily, and completely breathe through your butthole, you need Lab Glasses Butt Breathing Classes. As they say in the business, Lab Glasses Butt Breathing Classes. It's a breath of fresh ass. So there you go. Ceiling birds, says Brian the Science. Well, lab glass through the thing in there. So you got your ceiling birds. You got your ceiling bird chirp. Now I just have a cat. Why do you need to be the focus of attention today? What is it about today where you're like, no, I have to have all the attention? If I put my leg... Oh, my other one fell down. God dang it. Tag, I don't know that I can get both legs back up now. And she ran off when my leg fell, of course. I should have realized. That would have spooked her. All right. When do the classes begin? You have to reach out to LabGlass. He's just the studio sponsor. I am not in any way... I'm not in any way affiliated with or responsible for the scheduling of, teaching of, or handling payments of Lab Glasses butt breathing classes. He just sponsored the show, and golly gosh darn, I just believe in the product. Yeah, that sounds really believable. But I mean, the product is breathing through your butt. The closest my ass has ever come is waiting to exhale. That's literally it. And then when I did, people yelled at me. Oh my God. Get it? Because I farted. Oh my God. Now I can't even. Now I like Emma. So yes, this is all very, very fun. Now I can't go over to the news story. You know what we should do now? After a solid endorsement of butt breathing classes, we should totally talk about Donald Trump going, no, we need to prop up these colleges and these institutions. And since we can't afford to send our own students to college, and since the degrees they get don't really work out for anything, we really need these other countries to start throwing their nationals into our country to be educated here, because that'll totally help us. We'll totally get all the money, and there won't be any spies or security leaks. And after all, we're so star-spangled happy with how the college kids have been getting churned out lately. Of course we need to make more.
Are not thrilled about this idea of hundreds of thousands of foreign students in the United States. We have about 350,000 Chinese. One point during COVID, you were going to, push to, get them out, but that was pulled back. You've said as many as 600,000 Chinese students could come to the United States. Why, sir, is that a pro-MAGA position when so many American kids want to go to school and there are places not for them?
I can't say it because they're poor and we want their money. But by the way, I don't know that I want to necessarily have these kids going to these schools. Have you heard a lot of the stuff's been going on over there?
And these universities are getting rich off Chinese money.
Sure. Never said about China, but we do have a lot of people coming in from China. We always have, China and other countries. We also have a massive system of colleges and universities. And if we were to cut that in half, which perhaps makes some people happy, you would have half the colleges in the United States go out of business.
So what?
Well, I think that's a big deal.
Are they fans
You would have the
United States?
Hold on. You think that's a big deal? You think it's a big deal if they go out of business? But didn't you destroy the what was it? The Secretary of Education? Didn't you say the whole educational Department of Education on a federal level wasn't necessary? How's that any different for colleges? Because, I mean, if each state is responsible for handling education, some of these higher level institutions that need these students to go there, they're doing it for money. They're taking the highest bidders. China is great. I love what they're doing. Excuse me. I do have the story about the Chinese, the road. If you remember, we played a drone video of a road that they built in China, a highway through the mountains, a very massive extremely tall bridge that they built in China. Well, I've got some news for how it turned out. We'll catch up with that later. We're getting to the end of the first hour, though, so I want to get to the Kamala Harris clip, because this is bullshit, but this is like the kind of bullshit you get from any politician. They're changing their tune now that they're in office. Who gives a fuck?
As you know, historically, black colleges and universities would all be out of business. You would have.
Are we sending? All right, sir. Are we sending all the Chinese to those ones, or are they going to like Harvard and Yale and some of those more prestigious? I'm just really curious about where the demographics of these land out, because let's just say I've seen some things that make me worry if we're sending all the Chinese students to all the black universities. Didn't Kirk go around saying college was a waste of time and put you in debt? Kind of, yeah. In fact, that's what a lot of people have been saying with the advent of automation and AI. A variety of jobs are disappearing. That's the little bit of traction the living wage people have, is that it's becoming harder and harder to earn a living wage doing something, because so many things are automated, so many things are using AI and robots and various other things, that now all of what used to be considered menial labor, what used to be considered the kid's summer job or the after-school job, is filling up to be more and more of a job force, because we have so many people. It's like, well, what am I supposed to do? We don't have factories anymore. The cars are built by robots half the time. The assembly lines are built by robots. Amazon is automating more than ever. We can't even get people to fill boxes and ship those boxes to you. If Trump says he wants Chinese students, then the left won't. Oh, so you're saying he's playing 4D chess. Interesting. Harvard doesn't take minorities anymore, Johnny, remember? No, after the scandal, I bet they totally do. But yeah, I would argue any 4-year college or degree, especially in like arts or whatever, isn't going to serve you. It isn't going to do anything for you. If you have like a trade skill degree, like electrician, plumber, carpenter, welder, like that kind of stuff, that'll serve you. Those will be skills that'll always be needed. I'm surprised medical doctors aren't out of work. WebMD can diagnose anything, and it never gets it wrong, especially when oh God, what's the hypochondriac? Especially when a hypochondriac goes looking through a list.
System of colleges and universities would
So
go
we're
down the
dependent on
tubes.
China to keep our
No, not
university
China,
system
but
going?
I think it's.
So, I mean, this is kind of ballsy. So we're depending on China to keep our university system open? Like, yeah, that is kind of what you're saying, Don. And again, if they're so expensive that the kids here can't go to them and we have to rely on China to send their people over, we might want to talk about fixing that problem. Amazon is just AI now. That's not exciting. China is the future. Trump is a Jew. Wow, Bishop. Bishop has some thoughts. Johnny, you know I have a degree, right? I am the science. Look, I'm not saying they're completely worthless. Brian, I'm saying en masse. There are a lot of people that go to 4-year colleges not even knowing what they want to do with their life, and they have weird, like, just general, like, arts degrees and English major degrees that don't necessarily translate into work. And some people don't even go that far, myself included. I just have a high school diploma. I did half a semester of college, and life got in the way. I didn't get to do any more. Got to block off 72 hours to get the real butt breathing courses, says Lab Glass. Okay, so yeah, you got to get a hold of Lab Glass. He and you will have to work on a solid 72 hours. That is 2.5 days. No, 72 hours. Isn't that 3 days? Yeah, it's 3 days. So you need 3 days to learn to breathe through your butt. 3 days. Academic degree, useless, right? Like a lot of trade skill degrees are way more valuable. And let me ask you, Brian, about this degree, which yours is obviously not like worthless or anything like that, but are you going to be in debt when you're done with, like, or did you pay off, or did your parents have money saved up? Like, are you gonna be under the gun to earn financially to pay off the degree? Because that's another big problem with a lot of these is they set you up with this debt system, and it just and when you look at the way that the finances work at colleges and things, you're like, I wonder if we need to be paying these people this much to do all of this stuff to educate these people. Maybe we should work on that. I don't know. You know what I know? I don't know. Let's hear Trump say 600 Chinese going to American universities. Mega.
It's good to have. I actually think it's good to have outside countries. Look, I want to be able to get along with the world.
They're not the French. They're the Chinese. They spy on us. They steal our intellectual property.
What, do you think the French are better?
Yeah.
Really?
Dude, I'm sorry. What, do you think the French are better? Yeah, they don't. Like, look, China has zero regards for anyone else's laws or rules. Like, when it comes to copyright infringement, intellectual property, theft and modification, they just do it. They don't care. And when the world court holds them accountable, they point and laugh. France doesn't do that. I mean, if we're grading on a scale, that's a difference. Bribe for the science. Yes to all of your questions. MSO, I have an electrical engineering degree, paid my loan back. See, like those ones, like I said, they'll serve you better. You got to spend money to make money, Johnny. You're not wrong. Johnny's, what is that? Johnny's abused. Yeah. You're not wrong, but to spend that much money? And again, but if you spend that much money and you come out with a liberal arts degree about, these things that don't really mean anything, that you can't use. Here's what it is. You got to spend money to make money, but you may be damn sure you didn't just get yourself roped into something that's a piece of paper that nobody gives two fucks about. But I have a doctorate in women's lib.
No, I'll tell you, I'm not so sure. We've had a lot of problems with the French, where we get taxed very unfairly on our technology, where, they put 25% taxes on American products. Look, assuming everyone treats us badly, because that's the way I am, but we take in trillions of dollars from students. The students pay more than double when they come in from most foreign countries.
Oh, really? So then why are we charging ours so much? Libtard arts degree, LOL. College is for STEM, or eventually become a lawyer or doctor. Anyone else going is a tard. Right. But there's a lot of people that go that are tards. I have an information systems engineering degree. It became virtually pointless a year afterwards. Most help desk jobs went overseas. See what I mean? Like, a lot of them. And the thing is the college won't reimburse you if technology made your job obsolete. You're just kind of you're fucked. So, and like I said, some of these people, in my opinion, are getting paid too much. The colleges are paying too much. They're reusing the books, but charging full price. Like, it's just weird. College looks lame and gay now. No, I just feel like college became a beast and got out of control. Why go to college, become an actor, and you act like a scientist on the news program, on news programs? Mr. Nye accomplished it. Did Bill Nye never go to college? That would be interesting. Did you get it from the online program from UMPI? I don't know what that is. All right, let's, again, they pay more than double, though. So, hey, all right, so we're making money hand over fist. That's why we're doing this? We're making money. Okay. Where does that money go?
I want to see our school system thrive. But at the same time, I know you and I disagree.
Yeah.
We're never going to agree on it, but that's okay. And it's not that I want them, but I view it as a business. We have millions and millions of people. Also, I want to get along with countries if possible. People are shocked. Remember, Hillary Clinton said, we'll be in a war. I stopped 8 wars in the last 9 months.
All right, I don't want to hear about any of this. You stopped so many wars in the last 9 months. But for the, new wars, fuck's sake. What? Known as American University. Oh, maybe it's because it's American University? I don't know. Anyways, that's Donald Trump. I don't want to hear you brag about stopping wars. I've seen plenty of engagements we've been in, so we're not going to do that one. I stopped 8 wars. I'm a god. Bad Desert. 8? Where? Right? Could you get Israel to obey a ceasefire? I mean, I felt like you dropped that ball at least once. So, anyhow, yeah, I didn't want to do a straight Trump bashing segment, but yeah, we had that for Trump. Oh yeah, that's not the one we want to do. So, again, and I know I'm not a fan of Donald Trump and all that stuff, but for those of you that are like, hey, well, you know, what was the other choice? This was the other choice. The reason for today's show title, Kamala Harris, I guess, is promoting her book, 107 Days. So she's going out and talking to people. And I keep thinking to myself, why has nobody from the Democratic side of the aisle gotten a hold of this lady and told her, look, just stop. Just stop.
Aware of my opponent's strategies. And I wasn't about to fall prey or fall into those traps.
Okay.
And
so you were aware of your opponent's strategy. You weren't going to play the game or fall into those traps. Okay. So then what were you going to do?
part of his strategy and those around him was to try and take me off our game and message. And I wasn't about to be distracted by those flames that he was trying to throw.
Right. Okay. You weren't going to be distracted by those things. Seeing as how you didn't win the election, I don't know what you were distracted by. How did it go for you?
To get me away from my highest priority, which was talking to people about the economy and their well-being in terms of their financial well-being.
Okay. Wait a minute. Okay, so now I'm not confused. Now I am confused. So bad. I got myself messed up. So wait a minute. So they were trying to get you off your game. Again, none of this explains. You didn't win the election, though. You're talking about this like you won. Like they were just going to, their strategy was to throw me off my game, and I wasn't going to let them do that. So then your game just was that bad? Like, because again, you didn't win.
So I understood the game that was being played, and I made a decision that I wasn't going to get played.
Okay.
And
I wasn't going to get played. I don't know the definition of played, but you didn't. Look, I feel like someone has to tell you this because you don't seem aware. You lost the election.
Checkers, got it.
Johnny's. That's right. Wasn't going to get played.
Just not checkers.
yeah, three-dimensional chess, I'm telling you.
I have to go back. I knew it was coming, and I didn't realize it was that bad. One of these people's like, you was playing chess, not checkers, which is a compliment, saying that you're playing a game that is a skill tier above what your opponent's doing. So you was playing chess, not checkers. They served you the perfect layup. How did you take it?
Chess, I'm telling you.
Oh.
You know?
That's not checkers, got it.
All right, hold on. Let's go.
And
Chess, not checkers, got it.
Chess, not checkers.
yeah, three-dimensional chess, I'm telling you.
I mean, it's not like that's a... Again, go ahead and tell us that they weren't... I mean, she was out and about talking plenty, but she kept opening her mouth and sticking her foot in. Saying these are right when she says the cloud, she always looks up at the sky. Bitch, the cloud is in a warehouse in Virginia. Well, I mean, if I learned anything from Mr. Robot, it's not in one warehouse in Virginia. It's like a warehouse in Virginia, maybe another one in New Mexico, somewhere in Canada, possibly one in South America. There's like several warehouses all over the globe backing up the data in case that one of them loses it. Didn't get played. Yep, we covered that one. Huh? What is she saying? Red Scooper, she's saying that, again, this is talking about her book, 107 Days. She's saying in terms of fighting the Donald Trump campaign and her campaign and the election, that they were committed to throwing her off her game and taking her away from what she wanted to talk about. And she was committed to not doing that. She saw the game. To quote her, she saw the game they were playing. She wasn't going to get played. One of the people interviewing said, "You was playing chess, not checkers," which is, again, implying that you're a grade above them. And she went, "Yeah, 3D chess." All chess is 3D chess. I mean, like, it's 2D chess on a computer. So there's that. Did you mean the 4D chess? Where, again, this is where I'm like, it's not like that was a better option. That's what I'm saying. It's not like that was a better. She was playing Chinese checkers. She was playing 8D chess double. Well, now that's just double chess. It's like double Dutch. You have to jump up and down while you do it. And you need a friend. So there we go. So again, it's just like today's news. That's kind of how I felt today with the Donald Trump into that. Like, hey man, I don't know. I didn't vote for him or anything, but I'm like, I don't know, man. I don't trust this guy. There's some things I got questions about. And I'm like, yeah, but this was, again, just damned if you do, damned if you don't. Because that was the other option. That's where she's delusional. She drinks it. I don't know anything about that, MSO. I don't know anything about that. Parcheesi, that's different. Triple H's theme, I don't care. And I don't know anyone that knows how to play that. What, 4D chess? I know how to play. I shouldn't have jumped up like that. May or may not have had a family member that had a 4D chess set, and I liked playing it. I thought it was fun. I thought it was creative and fun. When we say checkers, what does that mean? Checkers is a game. Well, checkers is played on a board. Okay. When we say checkers, what does that mean? Look, I wasn't going to just play checkers. When we say checkers, what does that mean? All right. Checkers is a game. Okay. And it's played on a board. Okay. And my record speaks for itself. I played 3-dimensional chess. Nope. Nobody really knows how to play Parcheesi. Good. So it's not just me. She opened her mouth and went for some. All right. Okay, Bad Dazzler. It's a little saucy for the on-screen chat. That's what the Rumble's for. Yep. All 3 chats caught up. Boop, 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 boop. Great. So we have about 2 hours left in the program. We're getting to the end of our first hour thing. We've got a lot of people were very happy to talk about Nancy Pelosi admitting her retirement or whatever. They're like, "Hey, Nancy Pelosi's finally gone." I've got some possibly excellent news for you based on how you feel about that. We have her person already saying that she wants to God damn my stupid hand. Oh, I didn't take my pills today. Literally, my hand like soft clicked my mouse, and I went, "Oh, I didn't take my pill today. I forgot to do that." We're taking vitamins too to maybe help with the lack of sunlight and other things. Worst case scenario, we get ourselves sorted out. Where is Saint Caesar? Says Richard. He is in Twitch. He is in Twitch. The Twitch platform. You're on YouTube. We've also got Rumble. I just knocked over my frickin' pomade that I should have put in my hair today. My hair dried while I had my headset on this morning and made the back of my hair fucking look horrible. So I look like absolute dog ass. Pelosi is my muy caliente. Give me that. Oh, dear Lord. That is extremely gross, sir. Well, hey, then I got good news for you. Here's the lady vying for her throne.
Hi, I'm Christine Pelosi, attorney, author, advocate,
the chairperson of the California Democratic Party Women's Caucus,
wife, mom, and today a candidate for California State Senate. I'm running to represent you, San Francisco, in Sacramento, fighting for consumer rights, women's rights, gun violence survivors, immigrants, and our most vulnerable communities against the threat we face.
Christine Pelosi is shaking up the sexual harassment debate in Sacramento.
What do we do when our freedoms are under attack?
Well, going off of the last couple of years, you shoot, burn down, and assault anyone you don't agree with. Again, when you get outvoted, you immediately upend the system and resort to violence. That's just going off of previous experience.
We speak up, we fight back, and we organize.
Holy crap, she actually showed pictures. No, we speak up, we fight back. Yeah, you speak up, and then again, if you got outvoted, you immediately go to fighting back. Again, there's the whole, like, it's just weird because it's this do what we say or we'll hit you thing. Which is strange because my whole life growing up, I was very liberal and I had liberal parents and on the liberal side of the fence. And I was always taught that I was the conservative side of the fence. And now I've got to be honest. I mean, there is some like, we'll take you out back and show you what's what. But like, there's not like, hey, we get our way or we're going to fucking burn down this motherfucker. Like, I have to say, over the last 2 years, you guys do that.
Power for the people, and that's what I want to do for you. Hi, I'm Christine Pelosi.
I don't know what the heck Johnny's talking about, but that's getting a little excessive in the Rumble chat or the YouTube chat. Sure. So she looks worse than her mom. Nobody looks worse than Trump, though. I mean, Pelosi needs to go crawl back in her crypt for another 300 years. I was behind in the chat. Based on this video, Christine Pelosi is very good at holding signs. That is true. We do have a lot of clips of her holding signs. One clip of her delivering a clean kick to a standing or a hanging bag. So maybe she's also good at kicking. Oh dear Lord. Anyways, brown-nosed Trump. I don't know if you were listening. We weren't. If you thought I brown-nosed Trump, I know you're not talking to me. You're talking to Johnny's Abuse Cat. If you thought I brown-nosed Trump, you really missed the segment we did earlier. It's Pelosi in a wig. It's the second generation Pelosi. She's like an earwig. She just transferred to a new host, and then that one will wither away, and she'll move over to the next. But yeah, so. I mean, I don't know. Is Nancy Pelosi's daughter better or worse than her? It sounds like she's the lady vying for the seat she has. And I mean, since she's retiring, I can't imagine that Nancy Pelosi's going to endorse someone other than her daughter for her seat. You know what? Thank God we don't have like kings or just, you know, we don't have any sort of royal family or any of that bullshit. We're so star-spangled American. We just have families institutionalized into the system. Just once they're done, their daughter comes in or their son comes in. Come on, Johnny. You got to admit Nancy looks good. No, I don't. I don't agree with that for a second. So this is Newsom's cousin? Maybe. I don't know. Is Gavin Newsom related to Nancy Pelosi? Then, yeah. So I thought Nancy was Newsom's aunt. If Nancy's Newsom's aunt, then yes, this would be Gavin Newsom's cousin. Which means, one thing's for certain, Nancy Pelosi probably will not vouch for Newsom for Senate. So I don't know if he was hoping for that one. I don't know what's going on with Gavin Newsom. I also don't really care. But in the case of the Nancy Pelosi thing, it makes me laugh. I mean, isn't that an oligarchy when we just keep having the same old people in charge? And when they're not in charge, didn't we leave a country that was like, no, but the titles are passed down through the family, and next in line is so and so? Like, no, I was putting dye in my hair. I need to ask, have all those Chinese students completed their mandatory military time before they can come to your schools? Is that a real thing? They have mandatory military time? Arch Magnus is saying that's not a requirement. I don't know where this is a weird one for me. I don't know where I land on mandatory military time. I feel like as a society, a lot of us would be a lot less like, hey, we should just, up and send the military places if we've seen what the military is. But again, Like, I think about American society, myself included, like all of us in the middle, like there's a lot of that just not going to cut that mustard. That go to the U.S. colleges are rich kids. Yeah, because it's definitely a money thing. Misunderstood. Sorry. If in China, I think so, but it's not mandatory here. Oh, yeah, we were talking about there. South Korea does it, so does Japan, so I assume China did too. Over there, it's called military time. All right, so that's... Now the crowd is divided over whether or not it's up there. You look like Cool Ranch. Who said this? About me? Well, shit. Anyways, I got to stop reading back in the chat. I'm getting lost. What's great about America is that we don't really have dynasties. But I mean, fucking Pelosi, Clinton. Well, I suppose Clinton's kids didn't get into politics. Rand Paul. A couple of them, like the Bush thing. Yeah. But I don't know. You know what I know? I don't know. Japan only has a defense force. They haven't had an active military since World War II. I thought that active military ban thing dropped like 10 years ago, 20 years ago, and that they could start building. Kennedy, says Arch Magnus. The Kennedy family, yeah, they're pretty prolific. All I know is that I'm not super stoked for Nancy Pelosi's daughter to take up Nancy Pelosi's seat, given what Nancy Pelosi's done. I'll tell you this though. I bet the trading knowledge is strong with that one, and you can continue to follow. You can just start following her husband's stock bets and figure out what way to vote and make a buck then. Because remember, it's not insider trading when they do it. We have our second hour stories. We have a bunch of nonsensical stuff for the second hour. We were talking about black bears in Japan. We got a black bear story in Tennessee. So we've got black bears in Tennessee. A couple of different stories from... hold on. Oh, my brain does not want to make my nose work right today. We got a couple of stories from a few different things. A sad one for the Canadian ostrich. We have lost the Canadian ostrich call battle. So we'll update you on that. People are not happy about that. While China's laws require all citizens to serve in the military, it has not enforced mandatory conscription since 1949, instead relying on volunteers to meet the People's Liberations Army. Thank you. Johnny's the only 10 I see. That's so nice. You know what it is? It's because I'm so youthful. That's what it is. That's why I wear the glasses. It hides just a little bit of wrinkling around the eyes. And then I'm eternal. I'm like a freaking vampire. I'm immortal. But thank you very much for that. I love it. China's laws. My mistake. Japan doesn't. China does. But it's not been enforced in ages. Okay, so Digger went and looked it up. The Addams family. I don't know how we got the Addams family into this. Taiwan also has mandatory 1-year service since 2024. Interesting. Learn something every day. Freak, now let me cure you. No. I'm giving you this pause just so you know how serious I am when I said no. John Adams, Sam Adams, John Quincy Adams, I call that a dynasty. Yeah, I mean, it faded out over time. That's the only thing we have. But then what if some of these families start like marrying into each other? Johnny 420 Blaze it? No, not really. Just kind of. This isn't really a 420 Blaze. This is a 1-y. It's pain management is what that is. We use the other stuff for that. Where are you today? I miss you. Oh, Richard misses you. Smoke as much weed as you can. I can certainly smoke more. I certainly have in times of my life, but no. This is again, this is a small little social amount. It's to help the legs stop being twitchy and spazzy so we can do this damn thing for another 2 hours. But again, that's your motto. More power to you. So yeah, we have the news things about the Canadian ostriches we're going to talk about. We have, if you didn't know this, there's an amazing story about where some of you may want to start taking your bowling league, I guess, if that's what excites you. And then we've got a video of a Oregon woman on a beach doing something that doesn't surprise me for an Oregon woman, rescuing an effing shark. We have a experts saying that what you eat for... Oh, shut up. Shut up with your ads. Certain foods give off certain scents, but the way they interact with the gut and the skin and other parts of the body can lay change to people's odor. That was, you know what? That was a better fit a while ago, and I'm gonna call that out. Yeah, I think any of us as adults have realized you eat a different meal, you have a different odor. Mother Nature knows best, says Richard Scott. Twitch TV, Johnny's legs, the party never stops. I mean, I get what you're saying, because the leg twitching, and it's not that it never stops. It just happens a lot. It makes my muscles sore. And if it gets really bad, I look like I'm lurching forward. I already rock back and forth because it's something I've done my whole life. I'm just kind of a fidgety individual. I think my daughter has that bug. I'm sorry to hear. But Cheney, Bush, the Keller family. Right, we've just had a couple that keep kind of circling. Forget the freedoms. It looks like her refrigerator is under attack by her. Oh. That's funny. I'm still enjoying the Twitch TV joke. That was good. Thank you, Freak59. I bet Digger is smoking her rig today. She has the right to if she is. She's got her own things going on. She has her own things. Bush, Clinton's, Kennedy's. Bush, Clinton's, Kennedy's, and what's the other one that I'm trying to think of? Fuck it. I don't even remember. But it's again, it's one of those where I don't want to add Pelosi's to that list, you know? I don't want Pelosi's and all of that jazz. I especially with just the stuff I don't like about Nancy Pelosi. But anyways, we talked about the Japanese bears. So let's check up what the black bears are up to. Oh, this is not as long as I thought. I thought this was a longer clip. Let's see how the black bears are in America. Let's go over and check out black bears in America. How are we doing? Oh my, holy shit. That bear's carrying a chainsaw. I might start, look, if Japanese black bears are anywhere as baller as American black bears, you guys might want to start arming those military personnel. I don't think bear spray, look, if a bear is running at me with a chainsaw, I don't feel like bear spray is going to cut it. I feel like that's rocket launcher time. Your daughter has, what? Because she doesn't sit still? It's a really... What? That doesn't make sense. Okay. Weird. Alrighty then. Wow, that bear seems like one from the Appalachia. Stealing shit, typically a black bear. I mean, I wouldn't go that far. But it definitely does seem like it was the black bear that took the chainsaw in this particular video. I don't know why. Here's the scarier part. How does the bear start the chainsaw? Because right now, if that bear somehow managed to start that chainsaw, this is an accident waiting to happen. Secondly, there's nothing about a chainsaw that I can imagine that would smell appealing to a bear. So why is he taking the chainsaw? Just walking off with his chainsaw. Screw that guy. What's he going to do with it? Why? That makes 0 sense. QZ man, that bear is going to prevent forest fires. Arch Magnus Tim saying the same thing. Preventing forest fires. Oh, Smokey just needed the tools, man. Got to understand the fall season is coming in. The leaves are drying up. The weather's getting a little bit colder. The air's dry. The ground is getting dry. The trees are getting dry, man. So we got to worry. We got to prevent forest fires with an actual Smokey the Bear. I didn't see his hat. Oh, wait. Do we have more of the video story? Video captures.
Bears are...
Nope, that's just the same video we played. They don't have it. Oh, we have an update from the person who had the chainsaw. He had some firewood chop, maybe it was down a tree. The owner blames it on a rotisserie chicken smell on the chainsaw, which leads me to ask how tough that chicken was that you had. All right, yep, chainsaw. Regardless, the man found the chainsaw in the woods, presumably outside the bear's den, but he's understandably reluctant about getting too close and retrieving the chainsaw. So he knows where the chainsaw is. It has a rotisserie chicken smell. I'm on the why does it smell like chicken? I bet the chainsaw smelled like Cool Ranch. Nope, it smelled like chicken. Was that another? It's the second Cool Ranch thing today. I don't know why I noticed that, but I did. Oh, it's the same. You look like Cool Ranch. I don't know what cool. All right. Bear was tired of all the noise from the chainsaw. Well, Deer Butch, according to the chainsaw's owner, he apparently used it to cut a rotisserie chicken a while ago, and so it had a smell of rotisserie chicken. No, I don't have exotic chainsaws. I will say though, if your chainsaw after use smells like rotisserie chicken, that is certainly exotic. That is not a run-of-the-mill thing. I use rotisserie chicken oil to lubricate the chain on the chainsaw. So as I cut through the wood, it just smells like rotisserie chicken. How big was this damn chicken, right? How hard and how large? I don't know where we get to chainsaw level for a chicken. Bear was yep, we covered that. All right. So it was a big damn chicken. He needed the chainsaw. He went inside to eat. And when he went inside to eat, the bear stole the fucking carving chainsaw. I would think if the chicken is so big you need to use a chainsaw to do it, that carcass is probably somewhere in your vicinity. And if I have learned anything, it is never butcher and manage your kill next to where you camp, and certainly don't have food hanging around outside your domicile. You're going to attract the bear. So I'm starting to think that this bear was well within his rights to take the chainsaw. What is he supposed to do? Ignore it? It's a delicious rotisserie chicken chainsaw. All right. We get to wait. So I'm the only one using bacon grease as bar oil for my chainsaw. We get to wait. So I'm the only one using bacon grease. Okay. I didn't know. Did not know you use. Can you use bacon grease? Like legit? Is that a thing? What do I know? Might change. Is it mine or did somebody else? I don't even remember. Chainsaw we have here is electric, so we're just gay. It has oil to keep the chain lubricated, but you got to plug that bitch in. But it is. I'll say this for an electric chainsaw. Whoo boy, is that thing got some kick. Yeah, I don't know if it really matters whose it is. I'm not like I can really use it that well. Anyways, so we're not going to do the body odor thing. We got rid of that. We covered all of those. We have a couple of different stories left to talk about. Since Digger's in the chat, we'll grab this one quick. So we've been talking about it on this story a few times, but the The arrival of men in hazmat suits spelled the end for more than 300 ostriches in British Columbia, and this is as of, I believe, 4 days ago. Their fate was the subject of a months-long legal battle in Canada that attracted a whole bunch of people, including American grocery billionaire, Canadian anti-COVID mandate activists, and the U.S. Health Secretary Robert F. Kennedy. Curious who those other people are. Dr. Mehmet Oz, a celebrity doctor and a member of Trump's administration, even offered to adopt the birds, but to no avail. On Thursday evening, gunshots rang out from the hay bale enclosures where the birds were controlled and corralled. Katie Persnidy, whose family owns the farm, told the BBC Friday morning that the ostriches were killed overnight. Food inspection officials have since confirmed that the cull was carried out. Shame on you, Canada, says Passanini. I don't know. I'm really fucking pissed about them murdering all those birds. So sad. We're really sad over it. You should be really sad over it. It seems kind of up. It seems just a touch up that they were culled. The cull drew criticism. The ostriches were ordered to be culled last year after 2 tested positive for the avian flu, or H5N1, following an outbreak that killed 69. 69 what? Birds or people? Owners of the farm, which had raised the ostriches for slaughter but used them for medical research in recent years, had exhausted all legal options to stop the Canadian Food Inspection Agency, CFIA, order, with the battle reaching all the way to the Supreme Court of Canada. The top court dismissed the case on Thursday morning, allowing the cull to go ahead. Lower courts had sided with the federal officials, ruling they are acting reasonably within their mandates to protect public health. But again, at this point, it's gone on so long, there was no bird flu left in those. It would have killed all those birds. Dozens had gathered at Universal Ostrich Farms on Thursday afternoon to protest the ostriches' imminent execution. You sick parasites, you will all burn. You damn dirty apes, one of them yelled. So, the birds have become the unlikely political symbol, with many arguing the Canadian government was overreacting in its authority by ordering the cull. Overreaching, excuse me. No, I thought they were overreacting. It has led to the rising tension in the town of Edgewood, British Columbia, where the farm is located. Local business told media that they had to get the Royal Canadian Mounted Police involved after run-ins with the bird supporters who had set up camp on the farm. Calls like this are often conducted without fanfare, part of a broad mandate Canada food inspection officials have to curb the spread of harmful viruses. Again, but we don't have any here because you had 2 birds and it's been over a year. I feel like if it was a problem, we'd at least have had 1 more bird with the flu. We had 2, but hooray, they're all dead. Digger, they killed the birds, they destroyed the eggs. The birds are for research, and the eggs were full of antibodies against the avian flu. Also, the dead birds weren't all sick, and all had been healthy. Right. That's what we're saying. It was the RCMP and federal vehicles that were parked all over the hill, running, ruining, and killing lawns. Yeah, Jesus. Wow. We are happy with that word today. I don't know why. Anyhow, we have a show going for another 2 hours. Let's go ahead and clear this out here. We have that done. I hope I'm not running out of water. My mouth suddenly started getting dry. Oh, thank Lord I'm not. Praise be, I have the fluids to keep going for the next 2 hours. So the birds are gone. Let's have a happy story. Oh, we do have a happy story. We totally have a happy story. Johnny, you got cottonmouth from the weed. Probably true. Probably true, Richard. You know what it is? That's stark raving reasonable. Why are you not mad about USA calling millions of chickens? Oh, I'm totally mad. Why were you not mad? When was I not mad? Unless they actually have avian flu and it's popular, I still view the massive chicken culls we had in recent history as an orchestrated thing by the then Biden administration with food supply. And I'm not even saying it was the Biden administration. It's people within it. And we can argue about who or why those people were doing what they were doing. But I don't think it was for a second because of avian flu. I think we pretended, we had to freak out. It was the bird is the word. Dear Lord, Brian, no. Digger simply saying to Chevy JB, Johnny is always mad. This is why I love her, because she